Mark Zuckerberg, you know the name. You probably use his creation every single day. But how much do you really know about the man who rewired our social lives? From a Harvard dorm room to a global tech empire, his story is one of incredible ambition, controversy, and world-changing impact. Today, we're going deep into the life of Mark Zuckerberg, beyond the headlines and the hoodies. Let's rewind to the beginning. Mark Elliott Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984, in White Plains, New York. He grew up in a comfortable, well-educated household in Dobbs Ferry. His father was a dentist, and his mother was a psychiatrist. From a young age, it was clear Mark wasn't an ordinary kid. While other kids were playing outside, he was deep into computers and programming. His father even taught him Atari basic programming in the 1990s and later hired a software developer to tutor him. He was building things that were way beyond his years. In high school, he created a music player called the Synapse Media Player, which used artificial intelligence to learn the user's listening habits. Big names like AOL and Microsoft were interested in buying it and even offered him a job, but he turned them down to go to college. This early project showed a glimpse of the data-driven, personalized experiences he would later build on a massive scale. His journey took him to one of the most prestigious universities in the world, Harvard. He enrolled in 2002, studying psychology and computer science. But let's be honest, his most significant work at Harvard didn't happen in the lecture halls. It happened in his dorm room. Before Facebook, he created a program called Course Match, which helped students choose their classes based on the choices of other students. Then came FaceMass, a controversial hot or not style website using photos of Harvard students he'd scraped from the university's online directories. It was shut down pretty quickly and got him in a bit of trouble, but it showed that people were hungry for online social tools. It was the spark that ignited the idea for Facebook. In February 2004, from his Kirkland House dorm room, Zuckerberg launched TheFosbook.com. Initially, it was just for Harvard students, but its popularity exploded. Within a month, more than half of Harvard's undergrads had signed up. He soon expanded it to other Ivy League schools, then to other colleges, and eventually to the world. Seeing the rocket ship he had built, Zuckerberg made a life-altering decision. He dropped out of Harvard after his sophomore year to move to Palo Alto, California, and work on Facebook full-time. He never looked back. That small dorm room project transformed into Meta Platforms, a tech giant that now owns Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus. It's a company that has fundamentally changed how billions of people communicate, share information, and perceive the world. So, how much is the man who connected the world actually worth? As of today, Mark Zuckerberg's net worth is astronomical, placing him among the wealthiest individuals on the planet. We're talking about a fortune in the hundreds of billions of dollars. The vast majority of this wealth comes from his ownership stake in Meta. His financial journey is He became a billionaire on paper at just 23 years old. When Facebook went public in 2012, it was one of the biggest IPOs in tech history, instantly catapulting his wealth into the stratosphere. His net worth fluctuates with the stock market, but he has consistently remained in the top tier of global billionaires for over a decade. But what does he do with all that money? This brings us to his economic and philanthropic stance. Along with his wife, Priscilla Shun, he is a signatory of the Giving Pledge, a commitment by the world's wealthiest individuals to dedicate the majority of their wealth to philanthropy. In 2015, to celebrate the birth of their first daughter, they launched the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, or CZI. This isn't your typical foundation. It's a limited liability company which gives them more flexibility to fund nonprofit organizations, make private investments, and participate in policy debates. Their stated goal is incredibly ambitious: to advance human potential and promote equal opportunity. CZI has invested billions into scientific research to cure diseases, improving education, and reforming the criminal justice system. So, while he's a titan of capitalism, he's also pledged to give away 99% of his Meta shares over his lifetime, a commitment that will reshape philanthropy for generations to come. Behind the tech CEO is a family man. Zuckerberg is married to his college sweetheart, Priscilla Chen. They met at a fraternity party at Harvard in 2003, way before the Facebook phenomenon. She has been by his side through the entire journey. Priscilla is a pediatrician and a key partner in their philanthropic efforts, serving as co-founder and co-CEO of the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. They got married in a surprise ceremony in their backyard in 2012, the day after the Facebook IPO. Today, they are parents to 3 daughters, Maxima, August, and Aurelia. Zuckerberg often shares glimpses of his family life on his own platforms, showing a softer, more personal side, from coding with his daughters to celebrating holidays. He maintains that, despite his immense public profile, family remains his anchor and his priority. Now, let's talk politics. Zuckerberg's political stance is complex and has often been described as centrist or libertarian, especially on economic issues. He's a strong advocate for a more open immigration system, particularly for high-skilled workers, which benefits the tech industry. However, his most significant political role has been navigating the immense power and responsibility of Meta itself. Facebook has been at the center of major political storms, from its role in the 2016 U.S. presidential election and the Cambridge Analytica scandal to ongoing debates about content moderation, free speech, and misinformation. He has testified before the U.S. Congress multiple times, defending his company's practices. He often walks a tightrope, trying to balance the ideals of free expression with the need to prevent harm on his platforms. This has made him a target of criticism from all sides of the political spectrum, with some accusing him of censoring conservative voices and others accusing him of not doing enough to stop the spread of dangerous propaganda. His political legacy will likely be defined by how he and his company continue to handle these monumental challenges. From a simple social network to a global empire, Mark Zuckerberg's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. He didn't just invent a product. He architected a new way for humanity to interact. But with great power comes great responsibility, and his story is a continuing lesson in the complex relationship between technology, society, wealth, and power. The next chapter is already being written, with his massive pivot towards the metaverse. Whether this next bet will change the world as profoundly as Facebook did remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Mark Zuckerberg isn't done building. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think is Zuckerberg's most significant legacy? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.